Hello everyone! Doc on the clock with more Mega Maker madness, and today, Jethawk sent some stages that are not really stages, but really more showcases what he thinks the worst and best gimmicks are in Mega Maker. And side note, that 1-8 does not mean 1 through 8, that means version 1.8. Let's go see what he thinks are the bad gimmicks and whether I agree. Alright, so 10. This is the least bad one in his, of the bunch. Okay, so it's the Roto Cutters from Dr. Wily's Revenge. They aren't the most interesting gimmick, but I also don't feel like they're particularly offensive in any way. I think there has to be an interesting way to use those. I just haven't seen it yet. Oh, the Ice Shooters from Mega Man 8. These just... There's not so much you can do with these. Like, how do you build a stage around that without it being just like, you know, that? Sliding over things. They're kind of predicated on having a lot of motion and space to move around. And those are kind of not the best stages for Mega Man. Oh, these, so these are, I think, from Mega Man 4 for the Game Boy? Like, really? They're essentially magnets. You know, I don't particularly like magnets. These are just kind of not good magnets either. They have some nasty pull when stacked on top of each other, apparently. Yeah, I'm not fond of magnets. I'm not fond of those. Oh, and it's the balloons. Late Night Mega, I remember, hated the balloons in one stage that he was doing. I don't find these to be that particularly offensive. They're essentially just, drop platforms that have a slower drop or can actually lift you up. It's like classic platforms, except you have less control over them. But I don't particularly find those to be that bad. And we have, again, these are just drop platforms. Except they can also drop on top of you. Okay, I can get how some setups of this can be kind of irritating, but again, these don't feel too terribly bad. I feel like you get more time with those than you get with, like, a number of drop platforms. Plus, you actually get some warning that these are about to go down. With the drop platforms from Mega Man 2, you don't get any warning of that sort. So I prefer those over the Mega Man 2 ones. Yeah, I'm gonna go with this one being a good choice. Like, you have to... It feels like you have to build an entire stage around this, and you can't really do that much else. Okay, that was... I thought I had that there, but I guess I was wrong. Yeah, there's only so much you can do with those, and it kind of is... A lot is one of those gimmicks that just kind of inherently slows things down. The junk blocks. Like, I think there's a lot of interesting block stuff you can do in this, but I've seen some setups where those can be used in an interesting way, but if you have to be going through them, if you have to be shooting through them, yeah, that's not particularly good, because they're just so durable. Ooh. They have drop platforms of a different sort. Although I'm going to point out that all of these share one thing in common, and that's that they're the fastest variant of drop of these. Like, these, there are slower, you can program these to be slower than that. And I don't think they're so bad when they're slowed down. The fast ones, yeah, they don't give you very much time to prepare. Venus waterfalls! Who can hate those? I have to be more on the spot with that. Whoa, jeez. I did not ascend up the ladder all the way. Oh, you can flip them upside down? That's cool. I don't think these deserve to be on here. I think this is neat. I love this. I am surprised that I haven't actually come across a stage that really does much with these yet. Now granted, these are kind of not always used the best, but I've never really thought Venus waterfalls were that bad. No, it's just temporary platform removal. And that showcase of it actually showed it being used in ways that I think were pretty cool. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like that one is just more of a case of just them being used poorly rather than being a bad gimmick in itself. And for some reason we have our recap. I don't think the recap is necessary. We haven't forgotten about any of these. None of them I don't particularly agree with, but I can't off the top of my head figure out I can't off the top figure out which ones I would say are worse necessarily. Maybe like tomahawk platforms. I don't particularly like those. They can be used in interesting ways, but I feel like that oftentimes it's like it's not obvious what you have to do with them at first. Crystal droppers. Okay, yeah, those... I don't particularly like these just because they're hard to read. Because you don't know how many of them are falling in a given cycle, you can get completely blindsided by them. I think that's the biggest issue with them. Predictable ones of these would not be a problem. It's the unpredictability that gets it. Anyway, this one is missing the Magnet Man magnet pullers, which is obviously something that really needed to be on there. I don't particularly like Mega Man 3 drop platforms. I think they're not as bad in Mega Maker with their collision, but I still don't love them. And I'd have to think about what other ones are like Mega Man 2 drop platforms are worse than the Pluto Man ones, but I don't know if I'd put them in bottom 10. I haven't built enough with these, so I don't know. Anyway, thumbs upping the stage, because, you know, it's an interesting showcase. I don't necessarily agree with all of Jethawk's assessments, but I also don't disagree with all of them either. So let's pull up the other one, the best gimmicks. 5 seconds. So let's see what Jethawk really likes in this game. At least one of these is, I figure I'm gonna know. Just from the weapon slate here. So the structural blocks from Grenade Man, huh? I'm not sure I get this one. Like, there's nothing particularly wrong with it, but it's really... I don't know, I don't feel like it's that interesting. It's like the way the junk blocks were used in the worst one, except they're just less hardy. Which I don't think takes them all the way up to top 10. Water level adjustments. Not exactly the most robust demonstration of it, but I've seen those used in some pretty creative ways. I like that one. Break the targets! Yeah, these have been used in a lot of interesting ways. I don't know where there were more gray targets, but whatever. Yeah, but yeah, those have been used very creatively. Sometimes not in great ways, but that's more the fault of the way the stages are designed. Space gravity is just that's it, that's the gimmick. I like space gravity, I like being able to jump high. I don't know if I'd put it in top 10. I don't know if I'd consider that an object, really. break dash blocks are in here. Again, I'm not sure I'm in line with... I'm not sure I'm in line with anything that just effectively functions as a wall. Like, it's not terrible, but it doesn't feel like really a particularly special gimmick. This feels more like the break dash than anything, because the only thing that's different between these and the grenade man ones is that you can bust through the grenade man ones with the buster. I didn't know you could do that with them. That's interesting. I'm surprised I haven't seen much done with that. I don't think I've played enough 1.8 stages, I think. I can't see a dang thing in there. This is a darkness gimmick. I don't know that I agree with this either. Oh, I'm supposed to go up from up here. Darkness gimmicks just never really stood out to me as particularly interesting. I like being able to see what I'm doing. I think it's the darkness in this game is designed well enough in that you can light it up in various ways, but I still know that I'm really fond of darkness as it is. Push blocks. Yeah, this one I had already predicted. Push blocks, breakable blocks. There's a lot of variety in them. Yeah, I'm a fan of those. There's a lot that you can do with those, too. Is this just conveyors? Really? Like, your third favorite gimmick is conveyors? Why? It's probably comes to no secret, I'm not fond of conveyors. These aren't one tiles, so they're not bottom 10, but one tile ones are absolutely bottom 10. I hate those. Hate those, hate those, hate those. I don't particularly love conveyors in general, though. The gravity switching, and the fact that you can change them with gravity hold. Yeah, these were definitely definitely going to be on there. I think those are neat. I think the fact that you can use gravity hold. I think the fact that they made gravity hold useful for something with some of these gimmicks is really neat, because gravity hold is kind of the least good screen wipe in the series. So giving it something to actually have a reason to use it. I'm definitely down for that. Again, I don't know why we need the recap here. We've just been through all this. Alright. Oh, this moves under me. So these are the lava platforms, huh? I don't think I've ever actually seen those ones used. I think that might be more the lava than the platforms. Which is interesting, because normally instant death is not the most popular gimmick, but that was actually pretty neat. I guess it's probably a combination of the two. I haven't seen that enough, really, to know what to think of it. Like, I think I've seen some of those platforms used a little bit with water, but not with lava. The super armor interaction also is something I've never seen. Yeah. There's some neat gimmicks. I think I need to see more of them. Send me some 1.8 stages, even if they're just random ones. I need to clearly experience more of the variety of 1.8. Anyway, those were gimmick showcases. Jethawk's opinions. I don't know that I entirely agree with them, but there's some that I do. Some that I do, some that I don't. I don't know if these are only 1.8 gimmicks, or just encompass all of the... I don't know what's been added in each update, so... well, that's for others to know and me to kind of look into. That's all from me for now. Until next time, this is Doc. I'll see you later.